Regina.
When the lights go out, we're the last ones standing. City's burning, the power's gone. Silence screams where we belong. Empty shelves and broken streets. Boots on gravel, no retreat. Sirens dead, the grid is down. Ashes falling on this town. They thought we'd fold, they thought we'd run, but we've been ready since day one. We saw it coming miles away, while they just laughed and walked away. Now it's time to draw the line. This is ours, this fight is mine. Preppers will survive through the fire. We stay alive, stand our ground, we won't divide. This is where the strong survive. Preppers will survive. No more running, no more lies. Take it back, we rise tonight. When it falls, we fight. Backyard gardens, hidden steel. Water stored and wounds to heal. Radios crack, the message clear. Hold the line, the end is near. Foreign boots on sacred land, but they don't know who they stand against. The ones who never break, against the wolves they tried to take. We built this life with calloused hands, not some weak and broken plans. Now the storm is here to stay. We were born for Judgment Day. Preppers will survive through the chaos. We arise, stealing fire in our eyes. We don't kneel, we don't hide. Preppers will survive. Hear the battle cry, ignite, take it back, reclaim our right. We endure, we fight. No power, no law, no fear. This is the moment we've trained for. From the mountains to the plains, we won't be broken by the flames. You wanted war, you got the storm.
Boy, Iran got the storm, didn't he? They're still getting it.
If I had some outside speakers, the whole neighborhood would be hearing that song.
Oh, when I'm backstage, when it's playing the video, I'm sitting there singing it, and my voice starts going away, and I saw, oh, I better stop.
All right.
Yeah, but you already know the song. You the one that wrote and sung it.
Yeah, but it's still when it gets going, it makes you sing it.
It gets
Well,
you.
well, that's a bunch of songs.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have you listened to Def Leppard and Pour Some Sugar on Me, and you just have to sing it, you know?
Def Leppard, AC/DC, Ozzy Osbourne, you know. But the bad thing about this, if Dixie's around me, I get hit for trying to sing because I can't sing.
You're scaring all the deer out of the woods.
Oh, Lord.
What is that noise?
That's her talking. You're gonna hear a ping in a minute, and it'll be a loud one.
Ta-dong. I don't have any of those sounds. I have to download it again.
Hello, Dixie. Miss
Oh,
Bear.
there.
I don't think I'm ready for this yet.
That's what I said when I got married. Right. I mean, B.
And we got Grace in here, B, Jenny, Regina.
Hey, there's one in the chat called Eric. I'd
Oh,
boot
yeah,
him off.
Got
Yeah,
Eric.
that guy's.
There, we got a Troy in here. Hey, Troy, how's it going? And we got a bunch of people hanging out in the green room.
Oh, there you
Those
go.
are people watching on TV that they can't type anything.
Good. Are you serious? West Virginia got about 70 inches of rain.
Good Lord.
Ugh.
All right.
And West Virginia's going to get flooded out next.
That's an awful lot of rain.
That is.
I say, what is it? 60 inches is
72 inches is 6 feet.
Yeah.
I don't have my mind set for math tonight.
Was it a wriggler? Diddle-diddle-diddle-dee.
Well, hope you guys watched a video today where talking about if you had 10 minutes. Recent, I was watching a movie. I forget what and it wasn't a very good movie, but it was an actual group that were or
Wait a minute. I got to excuse myself.
it was a family that not really a family, but a group in a household, and they were all preparing for bad times and stuff. And these things were meteors or asteroids or however you want to call them coming down, and they had to go get shelter, which I don't think there's much shelter for that. And they was just taking forever. And I'm like, you guys are supposed to be prepared for that, right? Supposed to be able to boom, boom, wake everybody up, grab what you have to do and get out. And half of them didn't make it, even though their little storm shelter, I know dang well if a meteor hit it, they wouldn't be there anyway. But it was one of those movies, you know, you sat there throughout most of the movie saying, that's not how that works, you know. It's almost where they have them pew pew fights and they sat there for 20 minutes with the same gun. Oh, and it never gets empty.
All right. We call that the phantom reload.
Yeah. Or like Rambo. He was full blown going off with that 50 cal. Those overheat.
Well, sure.
And they won't work. Now well, for one thing, it was a fake, his roll of ammo was fake because, when you shoot it, it goes like this really fast. It doesn't hang there and just have the same ammo on it for 15 minutes either.
Oh, you mean the belt?
Yeah.
Doesn't move?
Yeah. It just hung there and didn't, whenever he shot, it didn't move. Right. If you shoot one of those, it goes like this. It goes through there fast.
Yeah.
And 50 cal is not really, really fast. They're much faster machine guns. The MG42 is a lot faster than that. And those overheat quite a bit. The 50 cal is not as bad as, well, the one he was using is not as bad as the MG42. But even, the one I shot, he only had enough in there to where, okay, back away, let it cool down because it's an expensive gun. Hey, Lady D, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time.
Hello.
Yeah. But like I said, the whole point of that thing was to get people to put a plan in place, and I'm not as prepared as I used to be. I used to have more cat carriers for the cats. They broke. I had some blow away that were setting out the back door. Went out to put them back in the house, and they're gone. Either they blew away or somebody stole them.
Yeah.
So
nowadays you can put, especially now, you can take all your documents. They have these printers now for your computer. Most of them come with scanners and printers. You don't have to print it. You can print it off if you want. That way you have a hard copy, but get you not a floppy disk. Oh boy, a thumb drive and scan all your information, your deed to your house, your medical records. You should have copies of that. You can actually get digital copies of your medical record. You just have to bug them enough. Any kind of, your prescriptions and stuff that you're on, your eyeglasses. That way, if yours breaks, you know what the prescription is for your lenses. All that stuff you can put on a thumb drive. You scan it and then take the scan and put it in on the thumb drive. My garden is growing. I've got some jalapenos I got to harvest, but I don't think it's enough because all the heat. They're kind of on the small side. So I'll probably just freeze them. and have them for later with eggs or something like that. Or maybe I'll make chipotle out of the red ones. Yeah, it would. But the thing is, and I probably need to update a lot of mine because I've done it before. And unfortunately, I took all my stuff off of my thumb drive. And a few months ago, I witnessed a mother and her child getting hit by a car. And I took it into the sheriff department in case they needed it. And I never got it back. So I'm like, dang it, now I have to go buy another one. So I have to do that myself. And like I said, I need to work on getting car carriers for the cats and stuff. That way, if we had to get out, we could stick them in the back and boom away. But yeah, I used to, we used to have those drills all the time, you know, just a regular fire one, you know, if there's a fire, you know, the older kids would be in charge of getting the ones upstairs, getting them down. And once you're out, you don't come back in. That's my job, so to speak.
Yeah.
And you go to, not by the house, but a couple doors down or something and have them call 911 or whatnot. That was before a lot of the cell phones. Even though my kids had cell phones, not until they were like in high school. Hey, OVP, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, and that's where, you know, and they're still some of my best videos is the stupid bug out bag things. And everybody and their brother are experts in it. And I always say, you don't make a bug out bag for everything that everybody wants you to put in there, because you won't be able to lift it up. Your bug out bag is supposed to be for you. You know, you put a change of clothes in there, you don't put a dress. Well, some might want to do that, but there's a difference between a get home bag. There's a difference between a go bag, and there's one, you know, a full blown bug out bag.
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm back, but I'm not back.
Huh? No, I'm not.
Yes, bug out bags are personal.
I'm sorry. I have no idea what y'all was talking about. I had muted.
On the computer.
Hey, Harvest, how's it going?
Hey, Miss Moon.
Oh, she does.
Yeah,
Ohio.
and that's the other thing is, where are you going? You know, a lot of times, oh, I can't wait till I get to go bug out, you know, those type of people. Now, for me, it would be a vacation. You know, I would love to just go out in the middle of nowhere and just do my thing. But, you know, that's just me. But when something happens and you have to get out, whatever the case may be. Now, if it's just a storm or something like that, or what if there's a flood? Do you know where the highest point within 5 miles of your house, what's the highest point?
On
That
top,
you- Huh?
on top of the roof.
You're pretty much flat all the way around, aren't you?
I'd have to get a topo map to figure it out around here.
Well, see that's the thing, is preparing for it.
Yeah,
Because in our area, we're in a flooded area, but I'm on a hill already. So if it's going to flood it that dang bad, I ain't getting anywhere anyway because I'm already on the hill. So if it floods over the hill, then I got a canoe or a kayak.
you need a flat bottom boat is what you're gonna need.
Well, see, the roof thing is good to a certain extent,
person.
but look at Louisiana, Katrina. There are a lot of people died in their roofs. They climbed into and tried to bust the way out. They found many people stuck in the attics because they didn't know how to get through the roofs.
Yeah, we went 2 hills.
Dude, I've got axes, hatchets, electric saws, and I've got 2x4s I can knock the boards loose with. But like you said, there's a lot of people that don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the point being, there was a lot that passed on their roofs.
Yeah.
But that's that 10-minute thing. You know, they say you got 10 minutes to get out. If there's a flood coming by, you know, you take a half an hour and you go to leave and your car is underwater. That's the first. Oh, let's go on the roof.
Well, now, let me say something real quick. If y'all looked on the news and everything, Katrina and all of them, how many houses did you see floating down the river? You know, I mean,
Not many.
be pretty doggone short of yourself.
Not Katrina, that is, but
Well,
your flood. Yeah, we've seen a lot of stuff floating down.
yeah, you know, but now, y'all remember this, okay? Y'all prepare for your region because my region is going to be different than a lot of other people's regions.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to prepare different than Bushcraft and Eric up here.
Well, there's an exception to that because in Texas, look what happened when the people weren't prepared for that freezing, whatever they called it, solar, whatever vortex or whatever they called it down in Texas. And you got people bringing their barbecue grills in the house to stay warm.
That's a no right there.
Yeah, that.
You know,
Where do they expect the smoke and stuff to go? It's not like your furnace because your furnace is vented anyway. All your heat is vented. Your water heater is vented.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, go to Walmart, get you one of them little gas grills that you can cook on inside. If you notice, I said inside because they do have quite a few. If you fire them up inside, it's going to be your last supper. You know, no grills, no barbecue grills, no flat tops in the house. Flat grills. That's
Yeah,
outside.
I didn't read any of those.
But a lot down in Texas, there's quite a few people who passed away on account of that.
Yep. or just they were found frozen. And that's weird to say, you know. People were frozen in Texas, you know, elderly people, you know, and that's the, you know, that's where that communication comes in, you know, being able to get a hold of, you know, an elderly father or mother or something like that.
All I got to say is I don't care what time of the year it is, or yeah, even if it's sunny outside and 70 degrees, check on your neighbor. You
Well,
know,
I'm not, but
well, I got people who live beside me that I mean they check on me and Dixie right much. You know,
yes. Oh, the last 2 days have been wonderful. 1 o'clock, it was 69 degrees. I was like, oh, it's so nice. But I know it's not going to last.
now is she northern part of Ohio or
That would be a he. You always think
okay.
she right off the bat.
Hey, what can I say? Dixie ain't in here.
I think he's just north of me. Because he said it to get to Salt Fork and take him about 35 minutes, 40 minutes.
Okay.
It takes me about, well, it depends. If I take the long way, go to Newcomerstown, it'd probably take me 30 minutes.
Oh, something else. I don't know if you brought this up or not. Stay out. Something happens, stay off your main roads because that's where everybody's going to be, and it's going to be traffic galore. They'd probably take you 2 hours to move 20 feet.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the prepare for thing. Because, like here, Coshocton, there's 3 ways out of town. That's it. 3 ways. You got over the, well, actually there's 4, but that's kind of the same thing. Because we have rivers, because we have multiple rivers combined here. So you have to go over bridges. The other way is the back ways.
Yeah.
Now, if we had 10 minutes to get out of town, you're already in a city. So that's already, you got maybe 2 to 3 minutes to get out your house and get in front of everybody else.
True.
But I guarantee you that there'll still be people in town loading up their vehicles an hour and 2 hours later because they're not prepared, or they have no idea what they're doing. So they're loading their freezers in there. They're loading, you know, a color TV. You know, I can just imagine some of the stuff. I mean, we've seen the movies where, you know, everybody's getting out of town for that comet that was supposed to hit. I forget what, Deep Impact, I think it was.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff people were putting in their cars is like,
You know,
you're just dying with that stuff because that's initially what happened. The only ones that actually got close to survive, well, they did, I guess, was the guy and the kid on the motorcycle and his girlfriend, and they ended up having to run up the hill, and the baby sister.
seemed like I saw that movie.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a good movie.
with us or with me, I've already got, let's say, the car loaded down, ready. Okay. I've got a backpack in each one of the cars for me and Nick. All I got to do is put the food, the pew-pews, and blankets. That's it. And it'll take 5 minutes. Yeah.
And that's again, I do know people that put water in their bottles of water, and like here, it was in the 90s, 100, over 100, a couple days. The chemicals that leach off in that bottle when it's hot like that, you don't want to be drinking that stuff. Now there are survival waters that you can get that are in like a Mylar type.
I got about 40 packs per bag in mine.
And those are not for long term. They're not going to last you that long.
And you do not drink that water like you do regular water either.
Well, it depends on which it is. There's two different kinds.
I thought it was just one.
No, because there are some that you can actually use in an IV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you got to make sure you get the right ones. And the other one is almost like a mineral water. So you sip it. You don't guzzle it down because it's meant because it has the electrolytes and all that crap in there. Yeah. That's what it's for. It's an emergency thing to when you're very dehydrated, and even when you're real dehydrated, you don't start guzzling water down because your body can't absorb it fast enough.
And make sure you got plenty of socks, because when you're going to run out of toilet paper, you got to have something.
Well, it's everywhere.
We got none around here.
Man, I see that stuff all the time. I see it in people's yards, and it's just like a boom. I see it. I'll be driving down the road and see in the back of somebody's yard. Oh, there's a mullen.
Did you see what Harvest posted?
I
say, yeah, that's good for you.
Oh. Yeah, I've never did figs before.
No, not that one. What about organic coconut milk? Will that help you?
Help what?
Oh, no. That's quote unquote. That's what Harvest posted.
I mean, coconut's good for you, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I got on carnivore, I drank a lot of organic coconut water. Oh, dehydration? Not so much the milk. Now you could probably water it down and it would help because it has the stuff in there to for dehydration.
Dude, last week I got my backside chewed out a good one. I walked in the store and there was a new person working there. It was two behind the counter. And I picked a new girl. And I said, you out of diet water back there? Have you got any in the back? She said, let me go see. The other girl looked at me. And she finally come back and said, we ain't got none in the back. The other girl said, they don't make diet water. He was messing with you. Dude, she lit into me like a duck on June bug.
What was that? I think that was your flood down there. there was some park where they had a bunch of porta potties, and none of them had toilet paper in them. And people were outside begging for toilet paper. How many people has a roll of toilet paper in their bug out bag?
Not only is it in my bug out bag, but we've got extra rolls inside the vehicle.
Well, I'm you know, anytime you go into a place and, like my son likes tacos from Hardee's, we'll go there and they give you a stack of napkins. I've got a whole two glove boxes. Yes, my car has 2 glove boxes for whatever reason. So I filled them up with that.
We got those too. But trust me, I've been on construction sites, okay? I will not use their porta potties. I will go behind it and squat, but I will not. If you've ever seen a porta potty on a construction site, you will understand why.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And those are people and you would think, now I could see if that was the first time those people were in a situation where they had to get out because of hurricane. But these are people that they've been through that like 4 or 5 times and they're still not prepared to leave when a hurricane comes. They're the ones that are just cramming weird stuff in their vehicles and stuff. And that's the thing that gets me. I was listening to another group. I was quiet listening to some expert preppers, which again, I don't think there's a such thing as an expert of anything. And they were talking about, when I bug out, I can live off of 1 acre of land. And I'm just okay. And people don't realize, unless you have a well that is crystal clear, perfect water. If you're getting water from a stream, that water's, especially nowadays, it's no good. You have to filter it and boil it. Most time you have to filter and boil. The point being is to have enough water to drink for the day. You take half the day of gathering wood and gathering water and prepping that water so you have water to drink. It takes you half a day. I know because I did it. And you get used to it real quick. And the longer you're in that area, the farther you have to go from your camp to get water or to get wood. Because wood just doesn't fall and roll to your camp. You have to go out and get it. Most people don't know how long a pile of wood lasts. And that's not, when somebody goes and cuts down a tree and stuff and it sets for 3 or 4 years and then you chop it up and split it. Not that kind of wood. The wood that is dead branches that you pick up off the ground, or you pull down a tree and you have to chop that tree up or jump up on it or, to break it and stuff. You would be surprised at how much work it goes into just for water. That doesn't count food or anything else. And, you could have a saw with you. What happens if the saw breaks? You still have to go back to, pulling dead branches down and breaking them up and gathering all that wood for 1 to 2 hours and then cooking and boiling 1 pot of water, put it in a container, do it again. And when that cools off, you're drinking it and getting another one.
You're exactly right.
Yeah, it's
If it takes
you'd be surprised how much wood it takes to just do water for a day.
Harvest Mary, I really would love to talk to you about that because that's something I wanted to know. Because I mean, if power goes out in the summertime, you ain't wanting to do nothing inside like that.
Yeah.
How do you regulate the fire? Do you do it like you would on a grill? Just move it inside, or
You use coals. You can regulate the temperature of coals. You can't regulate the temperature of flame coming up. And I talked about this. You can't pressure can because pressure canners are made out of aluminum. Cast aluminum, you can. I wouldn't want to take a chance of ruining my All-American by flaring up and getting too hot, and then it would warp. But when aluminum gets to a certain temperature, it releases gas. Now, it wouldn't be that big of a deal for canning because everything's sealed. But if you're cooking food, you don't want that extra stuff in your food. But you can water bath. You know, I don't have an aluminum pan for water bath. I got a stainless steel one and the old ceramic ones.
So you're just saying water bath, period.
If you're doing open, somewhat open flame, but you know, you have a fire here and you keep feeding coals on it, and you don't. The temperature, it's not so much temperature, it's pressure. You have to have enough temperature to keep that 10 pounds of pressure. Or in the water bath situation, it has to be a roiling bubble. It's a lot easier to keep that roiling bubble than it is trying to keep a temperature at 10 pounds.
That's true. That is, yeah. Well, see, look, it's kind of hard for me to remember nowadays. And I'm not saying that because I'm getting older. It's just, you know.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of little bits. I still want to go, and I don't know if you know this place down.
No.
I think it's west of Zanesville. It might be below Newark area. I think it's called Atwoods. I think I have a thing over here somewhere. I have my stuff up. Oh, listen. Yeah, Atwoods. I still need to go down there and do a tour of the place. I haven't done a review on some of their stuff for a while, so I probably have to contact them again.
How long does it take you to get to that place? About an hour.
To get where?
Atwood?
Probably an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, they haven't sent me. Oh, you don't know that place? Yeah, there's a place that makes the paracord here in Ohio. And they have it. Dang, I wish I think it's in my bug out bag, but it's a paracord holder, and it has a spot in the middle for a lighter. Yeah, I think it's, but they have a bigger one too, and I want to get the bigger one and do a review on it.
We got two good ones around here that I know of. I've been in one 2 or 3 times. I think the last time I went in it was about 5 years ago. But I don't go to places like I used to.
The link to their, and that the one that's the macro rope, ready rope thing. That's the thing I was talking about. If you look on the first page there, it has a cutter so you can cut it. And let me see where it says where they're located at.
I hate advertisements.
Millersport, Ohio is where it's located. Let me see real quick. Yeah, it just past
Good
Pete
God.
Nat.
How can subscribe to them? I'm looking.
Wish I knew what I did with that thing, because I thought I had it up here to show people, but I might have already put it in my bug out bag. And that's the bad thing about being a YouTuber, because you take stuff out of your bug out bag to show people on camera, and then you forget about it, and it's like, oops, where did that go? And that's the other thing. I got this doohickey here that I want to do stuff with it and test it out. It got a ton of cat hair on it. It's just a mirror. It's like a satellite dish type, and you mount the spring on it, and you put your whatever fire char cloth or whatever, and you look at the sun through the, and it'll actually start a fire for you. It's an actual fire starter.
I want one of those lights.
Well, this is how they have it advertised. You put your cigarette in there, and it lights your cigarette.
Huh.
I'll use it in a different way. But to me, this is better than a ferrocene rod, because unless you break it, you can keep using it over and over again.
But what happens if it's cloudy?
Well, it'll still be able to be used when it's sunny again. You know, you keep striking on a ferrocene rod over and over again. Eventually, you're going to be whittling down to where there's nothing left of it.
Extra.
The sun will come back a day. You know, you may have a week or two with overcast and stuff, but you can still use it over and over again. And unless you break it, that's just like magnifying glass. Unless you break it, you can still use it over and over again.
Right.
Yeah. I called Survivor Man, Les, what's his name? I can't remember the name now. I called BS on something that he did one time. I said, no, you can't do that. And so I had to go and try it. I set out in my yard here in the hot day, sunny day for 2 hours trying to do it. And I actually finally did. You know, I just use little pieces of paper and stuff, but I got a Ziploc bag and put water in it and tight and did it really tight and got a bead of sun through the water, and it actually worked. I was like, holy crap.
I've been wanting to try that, but never did.
Les Stroud, that's what his name is. I remember now. But yeah, I said, no, you can't do that. There, you know, it didn't seem possible, you know, but you would be surprised. There is a sweet spot of you can make it too big or you can make it too small in a ball of a Ziploc bag. Because I noticed that when I had too much water in there, it was too far away that it wasn't pinpointing. So I took water out of it and played with it for a while. And like I said, it took me about 2 hours to do it, just because I wanted to prove that you couldn't do it, and I actually did it.
Dana, that ain't no bad idea. I hadn't even thought about that. But with my luck, if I drop it, it'll be face up.
Well, hey, Mountain Grandma, good to see you.
Hey, long time no see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Grandma.
also, he took chocolate and the bottom of a pop can, and he used the chocolate on there to make it really smooth. And he turned the bottom of that pop can, you know, the smooth part of it, and he turned it into a reflective to where he actually started a fire with the bottom of pop can.
Okay, I got to see that one.
Yeah, it made sense though, you know, because it's similar to that thing I just. Where the hell did I just put that at now?
You said numbers.
Magnifying glass will work too.
Yeah, I've got magnifying glass. That's what when I did my bug out bag. Is there?
So will reading glass.
Why do you need 5 different things to start a fire? You just need a Bic lighter. Yeah. What if you have to be out for 6 months to a year, or 3 years, 4 years, if you ever make that long? But what if you have to be out there longer, you know? And sometimes it's been so, if you get really cold, it's extremely hard to use your thumbs. That's one of the first things to go when you get hyperthermia is your fingers and stuff. And trying to use a Bic lighter, and sometimes you can't use it. That little mini kerosene rod that's in there, the flint, that doesn't work when it's really cold. He's doing good. We have to feed him that special cat food. We just picked up another 5 cans for him, and I forget what that cat food's called that we got at the store. It was like, I think it was $8 or $10. It comes in. It's actually in the refrigerator. It's just, you know, real food basically. And we gave him that, and he didn't like it. It was all crap. So we mixed the canned food with that, and he eats it. So whenever he gets done with that, because it was so expensive, whenever he gets done with that, he'll just be on the prescription cat food.
Grace, Harvest, I'm right there with you.
Holding down the fort.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not no 20 or 30 years old. All right. I can't run. I can't get out there and do what I used to. I'll be holding the fort down also.
What if you don't have a fort?
Wherever I lay my head at is going to be my forest.
Yeah. But that's the point of preparing for, your, just like you have bags in your car. You're not preparing to sleep in your car for the rest of your life. You want to get home because home is where everything is.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know it and you can protect it and the whole shebang.
Yes, I can.
Me, I would rather be out in the woods. I mean, way far in the woods, but that's me by myself. I wouldn't want to take family out and try it because one person and there's a lot of people that disagree with the gray man thing. One person can't survive on their own. It depends on the person. Myself, I would be fine by myself. I'd make a friend with a squirrel or something and I'd be good.
Bring some peanut butter.
Well, I'm like this. Okay. Now hear me out on this one. The least amount of people that you have, you stand a better chance of surviving. But then again, if you got a lot of people with you, you can survive, let's say, more people coming at you.
Yeah. You can go back and forth through the whole thing, but
yeah.
I watched this channel before when they said somebody by themselves wouldn't last 30 days.
I don't know.
And I said, bull crap, I've already done it. And I was a kid. I know you can because I've already done it. It would be extremely harder for me now. But I would still rather, if it was just me saying, I would rather, because if I was in this house by myself, I have to be security of this house too. And I still have to sleep. I still have to work. I still have to do all those things by myself. If I'm out in the boonies, I can hear when somebody's a mile, 2 miles down the road, or not road, but in the forest. I know what signs look like when birds fly all of a sudden. Well, there's something over there,
I don't really think there's really one answer I think it's all it's all situational. Like in my case, if it got that bad, there'd be people all over the streets. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's the last thing I would want to do, is try to, that'd be like having a steak dinner and going next door and eating at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Why would you want to leave your house to go to McDonald's?
Right. It's just for me, not everyone, but for me, that's where I would do the best, is it at my house. That's it.
That's the same thing with these homesteads. Why would they leave? Oh, the power grid went down. It's going to be down for 10 years. Why would you get up and leave the security of your home where you already have everything you need to survive? It just makes no sense. And you see these people with all these fancy gear. Gear is wonderful. But having the gear and showing it off in your house
and
then having to use it in the real world is totally different.
Goodness. Well, now you mentioned something a while back ago. I ain't really thought of until you said it. When you see people like it come up showing the gear and everything, how much of it has been used? How do they
Yeah.
know?
Well,
Anybody
see,
can get up there and say, "Oh, this works great. Did I outdo this?"
yeah. Well, that's the thing is you get all these offers to do all kinds of different things.
You are exactly right, Ohio.
I I got this, which I haven't charged it in a couple months, but I've got this watch. I said, what am I going to do with the watch? I never wear a watch. I actually started wearing it, and it would take my blood pressure and all that stuff, and I'm like, it's a pretty good deal. I wore it for a month before I did a review on it, and these people will send me something and they want me to do a review the same day I get it. And I don't do that. I play with it and I use it. And if it's good, I do a review. If I don't like it, I don't do a review. I've got tons of stuff up there that I got, and some of it, I open it up and I put it back in the box and it's still in the box because I'm like, this is junk, you know? And it's just like this little radio I got. I thought this thing was junk. You know, who's going to buy, who wanted to buy something like this? I mean, it's made in Taiwan, China, or somewhere like that. But I started playing around with it and using it, and I dropped it, you know. I listened to the radio and the emergency radio, the weather thing. I waited until, you know, there's a storm, and I put it on there and I cranked it up because it has a crank to where you can charge it and all that stuff.
Right.
This is a pretty good thing. I'm going to go ahead and do a review on it. And like I said, there are some things that I do reviews on, and some
Won't even touch.
yeah. I'm like, I ain't going to tell people to buy this junk.
Hello. Outdoors with April, kayaking. Let me jump on the Bushcraft channel right quick before I get in trouble. She's got good content, but after a while, that voice.
Well, there's one girl that keeps popping up on my feed. And I think she's from South Carolina. She says Carolina, but I'm thinking it's South Carolina. She's an Asian red, but that's what she calls herself because she's Asian, but that's where she grew up. And she says, I can make you sushi. I can make you, you know, all kinds of these Oriental dishes, and I can also make it some country fried steak. And she doesn't sound Asian. She sounds like, you know, yeah.
What's her name, or what she go by?
I don't know. I don't follow her or anything. She just pops up on the feed all the time, and I'm like, because most of the time when I look at videos, it's cats or animals or something like that, or cooking. So I get good ideas for cooking or something like that. Ask her for her number. She's a bit younger than me.
Me is cars, type of automobiles, restoring them and stuff like that.
Well, that I watch on YouTube. I don't, or the computer. I don't want to look at no little screen for that.
No. You know, I don't look at a little screen for that. All mine's up on TV, big screen.
Yeah, this is just on Facebook when bored or something. because I'll look at the Facebook Market because I'm looking for something that I've been wanting for a while. I don't want to say what it is because then I won't be able to find it. But I found one, but it's pretty far away, and I don't want to go driving and it's a good price. But I've been looking for one for a good while. It's a survival thing, but
Well, something I've been wanting. Dixie done told me I'm not getting one. That's a hippie van.
yeah, a Volkswagen one.
Now I can't even stretch out sitting up in one of them things. Yeah. I mean, they good. Don't get me wrong. They darn good on gas and everything, but that's like putting me in a go-kart nowadays.
Well, it used to be really good because the speed limit was 50, 55. Those things can't get over 60 miles an hour. The newer ones probably, but not the older ones.
Yeah, it depends on what you do to it. I'll put it like that. I had a friend of mine who had one. Sucker would tote the front end in 2 gears.
Yeah, you can put a different air cleaner on it and rejet the carb, and you'd be surprised. They wake up.
You know, all the mechanical work I've done to a car and everything, rear ends, transmissions, there is one thing I cannot do. That's rebuild a carburetor.
Oh, I've done plenty of them.
The older ones, I wouldn't want to do none of the junk today. They don't even have carburetors.
No,
No.
all fuel injected.
Well, when the carburetor went bad with me, I'd go buy a new one. Period. I wouldn't even try to rebuild one.
Because the kit tells you how to do everything.
Well, no, you gotta remember,
The thing is, you want to have a 5-gallon or a bigger, depending on what carburetor you put in there, 5-gallon bucket and take it apart and soak the thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the parts cleaner back in the day, kerosene or
Yeah.
yeah. God, how many times have I cleaned a motor with kerosene?
Well, the Thunderhead dude, Luke.
Yeah.
I'm wishing I had an old. I used to have a 74 Ford truck out here, and my son wanted it, and I think he went and gave it away. And I wish I'd just kept it, because I could always get that thing going. It had 302 in it.
Oh yeah.
Last thing I did, I changed the fuel pump on it, fixed the rear end and the brakes, and put the tires on. I did that, so he could get it running and everything. Got it all running and everything, and it just sat out there. And yeah, I kind of wish I would have kept it, even though neighbors were crying and whining about it.
yeah, there's always one of them.
One thing I liked about it, I didn't at the time, I didn't have it. Well, the donuts were blown out of it. So when you started up, everybody knew about it.
Well, now I'll tell you,
Boom, boom, boom.
it was a 72, 73 Ford with a straight 300 in it. Okay. A white pickup truck. Worst mistake I ever made. I traded it for a Fox body. All right. I sat out there in my driveway and rebuilt that thing. Well, the top half of the motor. I rebuilt it in 4 hours. And I was standing under the hood right there beside the motor getting stuff. And I mean, I can do that on motors. Even with a V8, I could do it, but it took me longer.
Yeah.
Those are real easy.
Yeah. But vehicles nowadays,
Oh yeah. You need to be able to plug into them to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch that one dude that does in Oklahoma he fixes cars and stuff. He'll plug that thing in there and how much pressure the fuel pump has and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's like crazy how much information in them computers now.
Man,
OBE scanner. I got one.
They'll even tell you what the spark plug's supposed to be.
They don't have spark plugs now.
I'm talking about the older motors. If you had back in the let's say 90s up to early thousands. I got a 2000 watt too. It's got plugs in it.
1999.
The 99
Are you talking about the car? Or are you talking about the van?
car.
I thought when,
Well, the van's got plugs in it too.
99. It's 99.
But I hate changing plugs in that car. They like damn Hemi plugs. They got the hell, what do you call them? Connected to it.
The bone
Yeah.
connected to the.
Damn. Can you
I
think
mean,
of it?
it doesn't have spark plug wires.
No.
Yeah, it's a
It's just a coil pack.
coil. Yeah, coil pack.
Yeah, that's it. And don't grab one of them when the motor's running.
Well, you're supposed to disconnect it disconnect the battery because you can actually blow them up
Oh, come on.
when you're taking them off. Yeah. Plus, you don't want to touch them.
While it's running.
No, even when they're off, they can still give you a jolt. That's why you have to disconnect the battery.
Yeah.
Well, see, you just told me something I didn't know. I don't mess with newer model cars. That's what a mechanic's for.
Yeah, I got to do that to the truck out there.
The bad thing about this, we talking old school motors. You tear one apart and throw it in the pile and I can put it back together. Now I can damn near do it, but I'm not going to guarantee you it's going to run.
It'll run, but I'm not like you want it to.
Great.
Pull down the
I'm
hill.
not doing that. But I have heard through the grapevine, I think starting next year, that they are trying to pass a law for certain cars and up. You cannot work on them. If you do, you'll be fined.
I think that got shot down, Jeff.
Yeah.
Did you get shot down?
Yeah.
Thank God.
What got shot down?
What I just.
Oh, what you just said.
Yeah,
Oh,
that bird out there.
okay. Whatever. I know it's something.
So, yeah, I mean, you can't even go out on these new cars. You can't even go out there and change the tire without having to reset something on it.
Oh yeah. You need to get you need to get another device to the valve stems.
I'm like
Is it-
you.
Your
Well,
your
that's
tire
If
That's
I
it.
get
You
it
can find a
on the
scissor jack,
vehicle and it stops
anything
me,
else that comes with
that's
it.
good. You can have as many lights going off as you want.
What'd you say, Eric?
I said, that's if you can find where the scissor jack is and the
Uh-huh.
tire iron, and that's all hidden
Yeah.
away in compartments, and it's like a big puzzle.
I keep a floor jack with me at all times.
Yep, me too.
I do not trust them scissor jacks whatsoever.
Well, I got it's I think it's a 12-ton. Actually, I think it may have blown a seal over the winter or something, because I got a 12-ton bottleneck jack. Because
Yeah.
actually, my father-in-law bought it for me for where we lived. It was an old 10 by 50 trailer, and that was just way too small. And I went to a construction site, and they had the mobile offices. They're like 10 by 20 or something like that. And it was in rough shape. And I asked them how much are you selling it and whatnot. And they said, well, what would you give me for it? And I said, I just haul it away for you. Okay. And I hooked up to it. Actually, it was my ball on my hitch was too small for it. And I got it home. I'll leave it at that. The lights wasn't hooked up or anything. I went all the way through town, all the way home. Didn't have any trouble. I was shocked that I made it home. Anyways, I ended up ripping the whole side off, and the panelings that I used, because it had a hole on one side. So I ripped all that off and put it on the other side that had dents and stuff up there. And I ended up jacking that thing up 8 feet high to match my trailer. And I took all the stuff off of half of my trailer, and I butted it up against and bolted it and everything. And
back in a minute, I got to take a shot.
Two extra bedrooms for my house trailer.
Cool.
It worked. You know, it was a cheap way instead of building onto it, because I did that on the other side. I put a bigger living room and a dining room on it, and that cost an arm and a leg. And I said, oh, hell no, I'm not going to do that again for 2 more bedrooms. And I just got another trailer and butted it right up against there, and which was fun. Whenever I had to slide it over there, I had it on some logs, and I have come-alongs wrapped around both trailers, and it was pushing them together. And then I could put lag bolts on there to hold it together.
Yeah.
It worked. That was the wonkiest trailer. That was the redneckery, as you would call it, but it worked. Yeah. We lived there for about 6 years, and then we got in trouble for my septic. How anybody knew what was in the ground, I have no idea, but we got reported for it. I got 2 55-gallon drums and put them in the ground, and put my septic going into one, and then about 3 feet away from that going into the other one, and I put a leach bed out, and it worked good. You know, we couldn't put toilet paper or anything in there, because that's bad for, especially a small septic. We burned all of our trash and everything, but that's how we got by with that for 6 years. And then how somebody knew about that, I have no idea. That's the thing that puzzled me, because I was the only one that knew about it. Me and my father-in-law were the only ones that put that in there, and I know he wouldn't say anything either. So how people found out about that, it blows my mind. We had some kind of radar gun shooting over our property. Oh, they're using 55-gallon drums.
Somebody dropped a dime on you.
Well, more than likely, somebody said something and they looked up permits and stuff like that. But we ended up got a big tank put on there, and ended up where the tank was is where we put our garden. And swimming pool.
Grace, you got drones flying over?
Oh, there's drones all the time.
Yeah, I have to come over once in a while.
People should get some binoculars and go lay in their yard and just scan the sky.
Yep.
And you'd be surprised. You'll see these weird shaped, very quiet ones.
I can hear
way up there.
I can hear them before I can see them.
Yeah. Sometimes if you actually pay attention to your TVs, you can actually hear when they go, not hear, but you'll see static lines.
Yeah.
And that's them looking down.
And I also think it's the local, whatever city you live in, I think they're looking for violations. So they're too. You know, they get a big high-tech one and get somebody to boost the signal and get up on City Hall roof or whatever.
Yeah, our local sheriff, they've got one. It's a 6 foot by 6 foot drone.
Nice.
And before they go into a place, and that's the thing is, a lot of people, why do they always go in at night? You know, why do they always raid these places at night and stuff? It's because outside is cooled off and drones can see in your house.
Yeah, the heat signature. Plus, it's easier to egress the house at night. You know, you got the element of surprise.
Yeah.
They use a lot of dogs down here.
Yeah, we have, I think, 2 canine units.
And them dogs don't play, man.
Oh, yeah, I know.
They get on your scent and, man, they tear you up.
Yeah, I just it irritates me when I see them send a dog out when the person's armed.
Yeah.
God dang.
When I see a dog get shot, even though he's doing that. Oh, you see the one where the illegals or the bad guys jumped off a bridge.
Jumped off what?
And the dog went after him, didn't hesitate. And the cop is screaming and he's crying. And then he had to run all the way down around because he was going after his dog. You know,
Yeah.
they live with them dogs a lot of times.
Yeah.
So it's just like their partner, or more important than a partner, so to speak. And he when he got down there, his dog was coming. And the bad guy didn't make it. He didn't make the jump, but the dog did. And he was so happy when the dog come up to him and stuff.
they had the sheriff down here let a dog up after a guy, and he was in a swamp or whatever. The guy just grabbed the dog and shoved it underwater and drowned it. So they don't let dogs go into water now anymore.
That's good.
At least that's what
Get
he
a
said.
get a pet alligator
Um,
on a swamp.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think he would have made it either, you know, because when the guy went over, he went leg first and broke his neck. That's how far, because it was a very high bridge.
must have been.
Yeah. And at least the other one was smart enough to run to the shorter side. I bet you when he jumped over, he thought he was getting away, and then oh, crap. Courthouse, a dog.
Yeah.
Be raised with the deputy's family. Yeah. That's the good ones. That's why, you know, I know they're trained to do it and stuff, but you know, to go and disarm somebody with a knife or a gun, it's still, you know, heartbreaking when they go down. I mean, it is with a human cop and whatnot too, but I don't know. It's a little bit more for the dogs, I guess.
Yeah.
For me, that is. Ugh.
But down here, I mean, I don't know other states, but here if you do something to one or kill a canine, you're charged with they're considered law enforcement officer.
Yeah, that's the same way up here.
You get the same penalty.
Good.
Okay, that's what you plan. What? No. No. I think that's the same what that is.
Yeah, and I've said it before. I've always got, you know, when I say when I used to do those boxes, had toys and stuff in there for the cats and stuff. People, oh, it's a waste of money, this and that, and it's just an animal.
Yeah.
And the same people that preach about, you know, the Bible this, the Bible that, they evidently don't read the Bible, because it tells you in the Bible that we're supposed to be care for the animals,
Yeah.
and kindness.
Yeah.
And wicked things will happen to those people who are cruel to animals. So,
Bonding back to
and I think it says multiple times in the Bible that we're supposed to care for God's animals.
Well, you know, you mentioned a lot of people say, well, it's just a animal. I'm gonna put it like that. I don't care if it's cat, pig, or dog, or whatever it is. A person gets attached to their pets. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, when one passes or something happens, you're gonna shed a tear, just like it was a youngin.
Yeah.
Because
Part of your family.
Yeah. yeah. You know, so how can it be just, I mean, look, I know he ain't human, but still, he's family.
Yeah. Dogs can be human. You can understand them.
Yeah. Well, I
And
mean,
cats.
Bushcraft's got his cats,
Mhm.
okay? And I'm pretty sure he's tight with them,
Yeah.
just like I was with Rusty and Walt.
Yeah, we was with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. No family.
Yeah, and I looked it up. Proverbs 12:10. The righteous care of the needs of their animals, but the kindness act of the wicked are the cruel. Talking about animals. Exodus 23:12. Command that animals working ones or to begin a day of rest too. So
Oh, okay.
like your work animals are supposed to be resting too. You know, like for an oxen or something. Yeah, there's multiple verses. Forbids muzzling of an ox while it is treading out of grain, ensuring the animal can eat for its labor.
I'm not getting all the messages on here.
Yeah, my chat went blank too on my phone.
Uh-oh. We still live?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. It says live.
I looked up at the TV. Yeah, we live.
Okay. Grace runs a zoo.
That was a good one.
Grace is the zookeeper or the warden.
The warden.
Hello, Miss Lori's world. Was a lot of people coming in here I ain't seen in a good while.
Hey, Lori.
We seen Lori last week
Yeah.
or Monday, wasn't it? Yeah, Monday.
Did we?
Yeah. Well, you wasn't up here Monday.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't.
Where's you at Monday?
I think that soon come through.
Oh, okay.
He got lost in the woods.
That is one place I have never been lost at, is in the woods.
Yeah, but you can't count 50 feet from the backyard, though. That ain't right.
Yeah, I know. I ain't got no trees to use as reference points.
He got lost back on the brush.
Yeah.
You take him down the road near the creek and see how far he gets.
I ain't got no creek around here.
Down at Salt Fork. Salt Fork's a big area. They actually have big hiking trails that are like 12 and 14 miles long.
Good God.
But they're extremely boring. I mean, it's a big path. I mean, a big path, and they put gravel on it and everything. You just walk. It's boring as heck. And we were about probably 4 miles in, me and the kids one day. And I said, let's go this way. And we went and we walked probably another 4 or 5 miles. And we actually made it to the lake part of it. And there were some rocks out there, some big boulders. And we sat there and had lunch. And then the kids were saying, we're never going to get home. we're lost. And I said, I know exactly where we're at. And I said, how much you want to bet? I'll bring us back to the path where it started at. And from there, we went on down, followed the lake a little bit, and then I went up into the woods, and we stopped for a while because we seen a den of foxes.
Okay.
And I took some pictures of them and stuff, and I couldn't remember. I think I called them kids. I'm not. I can't remember. Or the kits.
You do.
Baby foxes.
Yeah.
And we watched the mother and the babies just play there for probably an hour, which is odd when you have kids sitting and watching something for an hour. But we went up to some cliff areas and walked around that and went through the woods probably for another 6 more miles, and kept on walking. And all of a sudden, my oldest said, "I can see the car. I can see the car."
Sounds like one of my shortcuts.
And I said, "Yep, told you. How'd you know?" I said, "Well, I just have that mental compass or whatever. I can, if it's in the woods, you take me to a city, I'd probably get lost."
I'm the same exact way.
Yeah. My grandpa's, well, it wasn't really his property, but where he was at, there it was hundreds of acres. It was old coal mine areas and stuff. There's a strip pond up in there and stuff. Beautiful pond, but it was all sulfur. You couldn't drink out of it. There's no fish in it or anything, but it's crystal clear. You could see way down in there. But I used to, my grandpa would give me a 22 and said, go get something for dinner. And I would either come back with a mess of squirrels or a rabbit. And that's the other thing that, the person I listened to said he could live off an acre of land. And for one thing, the animals are not going to stay in. If you're there, they're going to venture off from that acre of land, and you're not going to survive very long. Technically, and this is it's been proven that to survive for one person in the woods, you need 2.5 acres, and you can only do this in a certain amount of time when you have to move to another 2.5 acres, because eventually you're going to eat everything that's there, and you'll have to move. So unless you're going to grow a garden and raise an animal or raise animals on that 1 acre, you can't survive unless you have a stockpile of food or something. But you cannot live off of an acre of land.
Well,
and I'm talking about, wild edibles, mushrooms, berries, the whole shebang, because you will consume more than the plants can put out.
Well, now you also said something else about going hunting with a 22 on 1 acre. If that's what he is counting on, all he's got to do is shoot 2 varmints. Rest of them's going to go.
Oh yeah, yeah, and most of them, if you're starting a fire to for your water and whatnot, they're going to skedaddle anyway, because that's a fear thing. They smell that fire and they're gone. They'll take up out of their little squirrels will go to a tree down the road. That's why that 2.5 acre thing, it's been proven. There's been people living on this from beginning of time when people came over here and whatnot. an Indian doesn't stay in one camp. That's why they move. They move in seasons also,
Exactly.
or they did, brother.
Do you know how many poles there are to one TP?
Huh?
Do you have any idea how many poles they are to one TP?
Depending on the area. The teepees up here would have more than the ones down south.
Well, now,
It's
I saw a thing on TV,
usually 3.
13.
Down here, down south, it'd be 3, at least 3, because that's the crossover.
Now, the way I heard it, it was a guy on TV talking about that, and he said that the Indians would use 13 of them.
I would think that'd be up here because the snow on them and stuff.
Yeah. Well, he didn't give no whereabouts it was at. He just said a normal teepee back then would take 13 poles.
Yeah. But I know in Arizona, the reservation I was on, they had this TV and only had 3. And they had, not saying it was an accurate one or whatnot, but it was, they used it to do their ceremonies and whatnot.
Okay.
Now the sweat lodges, oh man, that when you get in them things, you think you've been sweating a lot down south. You get one of those things, and every bit of moisture that's in your body leaves it. And I think that's the reason why you see visions and all that stuff, is because
You're about
you're
dead.
dehydrated and you're about to die. Oh my God. I came out of that thing, and as soon as you come out, it could be 90 to 100 degrees out, and it feels like you walked in an air conditioning or a freezer.
Darn. Well, then in that case, what, 5-10 minutes if you're lucky?
No, they stay in there quite a long time.
Darn.
Yeah. And they smoke. That's the other thing. I still don't know what I was smoking. I don't know if that had something to do with it.
Young guns too. I mean, young guns. They were
Yeah.
smoking peyote.
Well, you don't smoke it. You lick it.
Man, no.
That's you go on a reservation, that's a sacred thing. You know, it's against the law to grow it too.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get a permit for it or anything.
Really?
Yep.
Just like that other flower, huh?
Well, poppies, you can grow those. It's a flower.
Right.
Yeah. It's the other stuff they do stuff with it.
What about poppy seed?
That's what it's all about.
Um,
It's a flower.
No.
Uh-huh. Man,
Remember
back
that
in
song?
back in the day, every time we'd go to a bar, they'd play that song.
Yeah.
I got tired of it.
Boy, oh, what was her name? Nina or Nina. Oh, I can't remember her name now. There's an Asian girl.
From where?
She
Overseas.
she's in a band and everything though, but she went on one of those talent shows. I forget what it is,
Uh,
and she gets up there and starts doing, slow guitar, and then all of a sudden, and then she start going and singing her song. And I see her every once in a while when I'm scrolling through videos and whatnot. And she can really play the guitar. She was playing Sweet Child of Mine.
think I know.
No, it's not the Vineyard Chicks. It's Nina something. I can't remember her name. Let me see if I can search it real quick.
It seems like to me I've seen her.
2009.
Nina Royal. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she's actually 16 now, but she is really, really good. I mean, she does. It's effortless. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying I know I could play it or anything, but I know people who play "Sweet Child of Mine," the lead part,
Right.
and she does it like, like it's not a big deal. She'll sing it and everything too, but there is a part in it that is a little bit more complicated toward the end of "Sweet Child of Mine," and she plays it like it's now. Mind you, there's a difference between the guitars of the 80s and the guitars now.
Oh God, yeah.
Things are I mean, it's all computerized now.
There she is.
My friend told me, he says he's got this little box, and he says that little box puts out more sound than $10,000 amps that he had that were 6 feet tall in the 80s. He says, he says, I have all that good, the Marshall amps and all that stuff. He says, I just use this little box, and it's all digital and computerized and all that.
She's from Thailand.
Yeah. Yeah. And, she just did she did Zombie, for that show.
Okay. She's on American Idol.
Got Talent one.
Yeah.
The one with Howie Mandel.
Yeah, American Got R. What is it? Well, they ain't showing the back of it.
Yeah, I'll show a picture. I can't play the video, of course, but that's a horrible picture. It'll work though. And she, like I said, she's really good with that guitar, and she sings really good too. That's what she looks like. Was it 2000? Was season 21. Yeah, it says season 21, America's Got Talent. Modern rock. Yeah, she blew up right after that, and she still plays over there.
Yeah, I was just listening to her. It's America's Got Talent, AGT, and she was playing zombie on that one.
Yeah,
And you're right. She hit, man. For a girl, I hate to say it. She's one of the best guitarists I've seen.
yeah, and the point is, she does it effortless. You know,
Yeah.
you can tell when somebody's really concentrating on it. They're kind of stiff, and it just flows, and she doesn't look what she's doing or anything.
No, that's the way it was. What I seen.
Yeah,
You know, like it just comes natural.
yeah.
You know, but yeah. And she ain't got no accent. Don't it sound like
Well, singing, no. Talking, yes.
okay.
Yeah.
She wasn't talking, she was singing.
That's what threw the judges off, and she did her head banging thing. Yeah.
I don't see how she can straighten up with all that hair flying around.
Yeah.
I mean, her hair got to be down to her waist, if not longer. Look like a hurricane fan behind her with that hair flying. Oh Lordy.
Yeah, she's I seen her on another video. People would play the original song, and the people who copied it asked which one was better. And she came up on the zombie song because, you know, the talent thing. And people voted for her over the original. I'm still going to go with the original because, you know, she passed and everything.
Oh, okay. Vester, I'm a master at that one. I play radio too.
But you throw it against the wall because you didn't know where the batteries went.
I was telephone.
No. You said the radio.
Yeah, I play radio pretty good.
Yeah, until you find out where the batteries, can't find where the batteries go.
You throw
Dang,
them.
Bobby.
Never mind.
But I like how mine's a little off center. It's got wabi sabi.
Center of my foot. It ain't even in the same universe. Oh.
Okay, let me see if there's anybody. Oh, actually, we got somebody that's still alive. Let me go ahead and send everybody over there.
Oh, good. I get to go watch.
She's making Mexican lasagna. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Who we talking about?
Chef Civvy. She comes in here. Well, it's Cooking with the Munchie Mafia, which is
okay. Yeah.
Chef Civvy. Yeah. Everybody head over there and tell her I sent you guys over and watch her finish up the cooking. I don't know if she's probably waiting for it to get out of the oven. Maybe she's drinking some wine or grape Kool-Aid. To be safe.
Find her. Drinking wine. Yeah, I got to go find her. Hello.
But we'll see if I make it back Friday. Go live then. Oh, Michigan, you'll have to head over to here. We're all headed over there. But you can watch the replay. Anyways, I will catch you guys later. Enjoy the outro, and I'll let you know Friday if I go live. So, have a good night. God bless.
Out.
Yeah. We came from the dirt, raised in the church, steel made, no safe spaces, no handouts. Gen X rise! Born in the static of a broken TV, MTV loud head banging daily, BMX scars and cassette tape hiss. Raised on rebellion with an iron fist. We drank from hoses, ran wild in the heat. No GPS, just our own 2 damn feet. Street lights on, better get home fast. Built to survive, not whine like a pansy ass. Nintendo nights in the arcades glowed. Boom boxes blasting while the long hair flowed. We learned real pain, no digital lies. Took hard knocks straight, never victimized. We don't bend, we don't break. Built in fire for heaven's sake. From metal gods to hip-hop beats, Gen X stands on concrete streets. Gen X, we never back down. Raised on truth, not bullshit. Steel in our blood, fire in our veins. We earned our scars. We never asked for reparations, just respect. Gen X, stand and fight. Middle fingers to the fading light. From the mosh pit roar to the old school grind. Ain't no generation tougher than mine. Before the fake, before the world went soft and lost its grace. We had grit, we had guts, now everybody crying over paper cuts. Skateboard kings with a battle cry, thrash metal dreams under blood red skies. Wu-Tang, Metallica, Tupac and Slayer, we crossed all lines. Real game players, no clicks, no likes, no online fame. Just blood, sweat, pride and a respected name. You call us forgotten, nah, we're the base, the last real rebels of the human race. Gen X, we never back down. Raised on truth, not bullshit. Steel in our blood, fire in our veins. We earned our scars. We never asked for reparations, just respect. Gen X, stand and fight. Middle fingers to the fading light. From the mosh pit roar to the old school grind. Ain't no generation tougher than mine.